Tonight, Fijian woman and her daughter received $15 million compensation in the UK. Police call for more reporting on crimes against women. And teachers still unhappy with classroom-based assessment system. Leading this bulletin, another passenger in yesterday's fatal accident has died. The 34-year-old woman was traveling in the same vehicle that was involved in an accident, which also claimed the life of a 55-year-old woman. The accident occurred near Fulton College yesterday morning. Police spokesperson Anna Naisoro says the second victim was transferred to the CWM hospital and died late yesterday afternoon. It is alleged that the driver lost control of the vehicle due to the loose gravel while approaching the stretch of road near Fulton College. This caused the vehicle to tumble upside down. Investigations continue and the driver remains in police custody. The 10-year-old daughter of Fijian-born couple in the UK has been awarded £5 million by the UK High Court. The compensation was awarded after the UK High Court ruled that the young girl's disability was the result of hospital blunders. Luisa Ravovo suffered brain damage in 2003 after hospital staff failed to respond to a brain hemorrhage while she was in her mother's womb. The hospital also neglected to give her the blood transfusion she needed after birth. The girl's mother told Fiji One News today that she is happy that she will now be able to afford the best care for her daughter.
I'm really happy. It's not been easy. It's an uphill battle. But at last, firstly, I just want to thank the Lord because He's the only one that was backing us up through time. Secondly, I want to thank the lawyers as well. And we had a good team, which was fighting for us. As our family, we're really glad to have won this case.
Oxford University Hospital Trust accepted the breaches of duty as the reason for Ravovo's condition. They made an admission of liability and agreed to the settlement. Ravovo says the 15 million Fijian dollars will be used for specialist care for her daughter.
The carers and everybody who will look after her, especially her education, her physio and all those stuff. I'm really happy at the moment, but yeah, on Friday I had mixed emotion as well because it could go either way, but we managed to win this.
Police are urging members of the public to report all criminal activities they encounter. Acting Commissioner Ravi Narayan says they have noticed that many crimes do not get reported. Narayan told police officers in the north today that many still turn a blind eye to crimes against women and domestic violence.
Addressing police officers in Mombasa early this morning, Acting Commissioner Ravi Narayan told his men and women what is expected of them this year. While commending them for the hard work last year and achieving the KPIs, Narayan says he still expects improvement. And members of the public have been asked to work with police.
I call on the community of Fiji, particularly, to ensure that they report all crimes that they encounter and make it known to the Fiji Police Force so we can take a better stand or develop new strategies how we can penetrate into homes and ensure that every person living in their homes are safe.
Police recorded a huge reduction in the number of crimes against women in the last quarter, but they say many cases still go unreported.
I know there are other unreported crimes, those crimes that happen in isolation. And what crimes happen in isolation is domestic violence cases that people fail to highlight to the police.
And all police officers are expected to deliver nothing but the best service to the public.
You have to be fully committed. You should have the compassion for the work that you do. Take pride in your work. And when you come as a police officer in your professional life, in your private life, you must have that commitment, conduct of yourself in a manner that is accepted by the community, by your family, by your supervisors, and others.
There has also been a decrease in the number of complaints against police. Myron Williams, Fiji One News.
The newly appointed Electoral Commission Chairman, Chen Ban, has given his assurance that the Commission will be independent come elections in September. Ban says that there is still a lot of work to be done, including putting in place the elections legislation and the appointment of an elections supervisor, but they are confident that they will meet their deadlines. The Commission Chairman says once a supervisor of elections is appointed, the Commission Chairman says once a supervisor of election is appointed, the body will be fully autonomous.
I think within my fellow commissioners are personnel who will and are capable of at least doing a budget amongst ourselves.
Ban says they still have not finalized how much the Commission needs.
We have just given a general indication of what we would expect to be part of our budget. And what we will do as a commission ourselves, and the Attorney General has assured me that once the supervisor of election has been put into place and the regulations are put into place, really, in that sense, we become totally autonomous.
The Fiji Teachers Union is calling the Education Ministry to re-look at the newly introduced class-based assessment. The FTU says that this has placed extra burden on teachers and has an impact on the teacher-student relationship.
Change often comes with its fair share of challenges, and the newly introduced class-based assessment concept has faced quite a few tests since its inception. According to the Fiji Teachers Union, teachers have been dealing with quite a few issues related to the system.
We have made our submissions to the ministry, and a review has taken place. Initially, when it came in as a new system without the enabling resources.
The system has somehow shifted the concentration from teachers to students, especially in terms of interaction.
We realized that teachers were involved more in preparation and paperwork and recording than in actual teaching. So quality education was suffering.
Singh says the ministry has already gone through an exercise to review the whole system.
We understand from our meetings with them, with the people who have actually carried out the review, that the actual tasks that students perform and the projects that they are going to actually do are going to be reduced. The paperwork is going to be reduced, and teaching, learning and more interaction between the teacher and the student is going to take place.
With schools starting this week, there are hopes that something will be done about these concerns sooner rather than later. No comments could be obtained from the Permanent Secretary of Education, Dr. Brijlal, despite several attempts. Myron Williams, Fiji One News.
Ahead in the news, Health Ministry to monitor school canteen food. With schools starting this week, school canteen operators and management have been warned about the type of food they sell to students. The Ministry of Health will be working closely with the Education Ministry to monitor the quality of food served in school canteens.
Canteen operators across the country need to comply with the revised June 2013 school canteen guidelines. That's the word from the Health Ministry, to ensure school students are served nutritious, well-balanced meals at school.
What this guidelines does is it basically gives three categories of which food and drinks school canteen operators can choose from. And from the three groups, there's a restricted group, which is of junk food and drinks. And of course, this is not consistent with the school canteen guidelines, and we are encouraging school canteens not to choose food from this group.
The guidelines set by the Health and Education Ministry looks at promoting healthy eating among our younger generation. Junk food and fizzy drinks are not recommended to be sold in school canteens, and all canteen operators must be licensed to sell food to students.
Food hawkers and school canteens alike can follow the guidelines that are in there and ensure that healthy foods or healthy snacks are provided to students.
Food hawkers or people who sell outside the school compound also need to have valid licenses from the council and local authorities.
We call them food hawkers. These people have to have proper license. They cannot operate outside of school compounds without a license. And not just them, but even the school canteen operators have to have proper licenses in order to sell food to students.
Operators found in breach of the law are liable to a 10,000 fine or 5 years imprisonment. Reviver for all, Fiji One News.
Parents are also being advised to provide proper healthy lunches for their children who will be attending school this year. While some parents say this is an important issue, some felt that healthy, nutritious lunches the Health Ministry is urging parents to give their children are a bit costly.
Parents and guardians are being urged to ensure that their children take healthy lunches to school. This comes after a marked increase in NCD cases amongst children has been recorded.
This is particularly because we have found that 1 out of 5 children in Fiji is either overweight, or we also have found that we have 1 out of 10 children that are underweight. We also have cases of anemia and dental cavities, and this is all due to poor nutrition.
So the choices parents make each morning for their children's lunch can make a big difference in their children's lives.
We will try our best to give my sister good and nutrition diet in order for her to be healthy and study hard, because if we expect good results, so we also have to provide their needs.
We all know that healthy food will help the children, especially for them to think well in the classrooms.
While having proper nutritious lunches can make a positive impact on children's education, for many parents, providing fast food style lunches is a lot cheaper and easier.
We can request the market vendors to lower their prices so that we can even provide our siblings with good nutritious diets.
Good idea, and on the other hand, people have to find space to plant because of the price in the markets.
At the end of the day, it comes down to if parents can afford to provide healthy nutritious meals for their kids. Ravaiva Fo'o, Fiji One News.
The Fiji National University will this year offer a new one-year nursing program. This pilot training is a partnership between FNU and the Ministry of Health and is aimed at drawing more people into the nursing profession. The Health Ministry says that they hope to start the training with 35 students, and they're currently negotiating venue options. Participants in the program will undergo 6 months of theory and 6 months of clinical hospital-based training. The program is expected to also attract prospective students from the region. Turning overseas, it's often said that lightning never strikes the same place twice. Well, that isn't exactly true. The 100-foot tall statue of Jesus that towers over Rio de Janeiro has been struck twice by lightning. The Christ the Redeemer statue was struck in the early hours of Wednesday morning as a spectacular electrical storm lit up the sky. The iconic statue is the largest stonework of Jesus ever built and stands more than 2,000 feet above Rio on top of the Corcovado Hill. It was hit by lightning in February 2008 and had to undergo a serious restoration because the bolt damaged its head and fingers. Named one of the 7 new wonders of the world in 2007, the statue is made of 700 tons of reinforced concrete. Reconstruction to the damage sustained from last week's lightning strike will cost around $1 million. 2 fingers on the right hand were damaged. Ahead in sports, our 7th Gladiators to leave in 4 hours. And Suva makes strong start in the National League.